Welcome back to iTop Original, and today is another exciting edition for us to dive deep a little in Visual Studio. In my case, I am using Visual Studio 2022 version, and you can use any version your heart desires. Alright, so on this course, we're going to see how we can build this awesome video, this awesome screen recorder software, and we're gonna build the whole of the thing. We're gonna build everything in Visual Studio using the language VB.NET. So what are you waiting for? Let's get things started. But before we get started, if you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because from the statistics we can see that most of our viewers watching our video have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, and that is a bad idea. So you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that this particular series you won't be missing anything or whatsoever. Alright, so there are a lot of things, there are a lot of features in this particular software, and we are gonna go through everything. We're gonna try and clone the whole thing and get everything in touch. Make everything looks awesome and amazing, right guys? Alright, so what else can we do again on this project? As you can see, it has a lot of functionalities here, which of course we're gonna tackle that as well. And also it has my creations, that is where you see all your videos, and we're gonna tackle all of that, right? And also, if we are willing to add a watermark to this particular project, we can do that as well. And yeah, I will be teaching you guys how to do all those things. And also we have from this section we have the video, we have the audio. That means it can actually record audios as well. So we are going to do that in this video. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We have the screenshots, and you can take screenshots as well. So we're just going to build this as in all-in-one software or something like that. Let's see what I do here. When I click on this, you can see it literally takes effect on the buttons. You can see it really takes effect on anything you do. We have the watermark section, the quick launcher, and then the user guide. But okay, so let's get started. Before we get started, you just have to make sure you have this awesome software installed on your computer that's called the Just Color Picker. Just Color Picker. Go to Google, search for Just Color Picker, and make sure you have Just Color Picker ready to be going. And also make sure you have Picon installed on your computer. So how can we download Picon onto our computer? This is very, very simple. So you just have to open your browser. Any browser you have. Just go to google.com, and from here just have to say download Picon. Right, and this is actually going to allow you to download the Picon software onto your computer by just clicking on this download button. I will be leaving a link in the description for you so that you can get to download it. Very, very simple and very easy. Alright, so I'm just going to click on the download button, and I'm just going to download it for free, and it's going to be downloaded as you can see from here. Perfect. So whilst it is downloading, let's hop right into how to get started. I'm just going to create my project from Visual Studio, and in my case I'm just going to click on create a new project. And yes, of course, I'm just going to use Windows Form application, that is the .NET framework. So if you want to be specific of what you want to do, just select Visual Basic here, just like that, and select Windows. Then you go in for the desktop, just like that, and you just simply have to go through. Then you see the Windows Form app. You see we have the WPF app. That is not what we need, but we need the Windows Form app.net in bracket. So just click on next on that, and here is where we're going to give our project a name. And as you can see here, this is called the iTop Screen Recorder 3.0, right? And I'm just going to call this iTech Screen Recorder. And I have already done a series on previous screen recorder software already, and that was my version 2.0. So this is actually going to be version 3.0. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm not going to place the solution in the same directory, but I'm just going to maintain the source in my repos, that is my repository, right? And also I will be cloning this particular project in my GitHub. So you can easily follow me on GitHub. You can just go in for iSoft Original, iSoft Technologies, and you can get me right from there. I will be putting the link in the description to follow me on all my social media platforms. So let's just click on create, and let's wait for the project to be created. Whilst the project is creating, I will quickly go inside my Picon section. I'll just make sure I keep this file, then I install from here. Excellent job done. Now we have our Windows form here, and what I really want to do from the first time is just to launch my software to see how it's actually going to be, right guys? Okay, so I'm just going to install my Picon software whilst my project is debugging, or let's say in emulation mode, or what should I call this? Think in testing mode or whatsoever. Alright, so I have my project here, so that means this is really working fine. So let's just install this really quick. So it is installing. So from my toolbox, I'm just going to pin the toolbox to this section, and I really love it. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this border style. I'm just going to work along with the property sections from here. So from here I will just set I'll just set the form border style to none for now. Set it up to none, so just get everything to be none. And also with the start position, I'm just going to set it up in the center screen, so that anytime I start this, it's actually going to load in the middle of my screen, as you can see here, and that looks amazing and perfect. Alright, so I have my Picon software completely installed on my computer, so I'm actually going to click on finish, and that is going to launch my Picon software for me, and automatically it will be redirected from the right bottom corner of your screen, just as you can see here. And this Picon software is actually going to help us to generate some icons. Alright, so I'm quickly gonna launch up my JC color picker, then I will clear every color I have here. I'm just gonna clear every color I have here. So I want to start everything for you to see what I'm really talking about. So I'll just go in here to this particular project, and as you can see, I believe all of these colors, this section and this section, is going to be the same color as you can see from here. So I'm just going to hold, you can see the command from here. The command is actually telling you to hold Alt X to keep the color here. So I'm just going to hold Alt X, and that is going to keep the color here. And I'm just going to go here, this Alt X, then I keep the orange color. I just need the orange color. No, let's see. Okay, so we have the orange color here, and I'm gonna hold Alt X, and I don't need this guy, so I just needed two of them. And I think I will be needing the button Alt X from here, and let's see the down one, Alt X as well. So we have two colors here, but I think this is actually going to be the same color as we are looking for. Amazing and excellent. So let's get started. I just want to keep this as a reference, so I'm just going to move it to my other side so I can give you a view of what I'm really talking about. So first of all, this is going to be the base color, so I'm just going to switch from the hex to the RGB, just like this, and I'll just click on this, and I'll just say copy value. So just copy the value, just come here, and from this back color I'll just paste this right here, hit enter on my keyboard, and as you can see, I have a very beautiful color just like this. And as you know, iTop Original always loves to do a lot when restructuring any software. So I'm just gonna add up a panel like that, and with this panel I'm just gonna set a color to white just like that, and I will dock the panel to the top, right guys? So with the top, I'm just gonna go to the size of it, and with the size we have the height and then the width. I'm talking about the height. I'm just gonna set it up to 2, just like that, right guys? So when I just quickly start this project, you can see we have the white color at the top there, and that is what I'm really talking about. Alright, so let's get to work. Now with this panel right down here, I'm just gonna copy and paste it once again, and I will set the dock instead of the top to the bottom. There you go, perfect. I'll just paste it once again, and instead of the dock style, instead of the top, I'll just set it to the left just like this. And now I'll just set the size, that is going to be the width, to 2, just like that. I'm just going to highlight and then copy and paste this again and set this to the right. Perfect. That looks amazing, right guys? So let's just start it up and let's see what we have here. So this is the amazing UI we have developed, and bear in mind that you can choose to work within the colors, anyhow, any color you want to choose. You can decide to use gray for it to look somehow catchy. It all depends on what you want to do, right guys? I just want to give you the fair idea on how this is actually gonna do. All right, so let's just quickly save this and let's just start it. I just want to see how it's actually gonna look like. That looks amazing. All right guys, so first thing first, let's just check out with these guys. First, but before, I would just love to resize this to the size of this, how I see this. So I'm quickly gonna do the resizing myself. So I'm just gonna do this. Perfect. Then I just do a quick, okay, so the height is not gonna the height doesn't really matter, because we are gonna expand this as well, so you don't have to really necessarily worry about the height. But let's talk about the width. So it's actually going to be here. So what we're going to do is, let's just quickly bring this here, then let me just bring it up. Good. And let's see. So that looks amazing, and that is what I'm really talking about. Perfect. Now let's add the buttons right up here. And as you can see from here, when you hover this on this, it actually gives you some color effects, cool color effects here. And this will be done using a button. We can either use a button, or we can use a picture box or whatsoever. So in my case, I am gonna use a picture box, right? You can decide to use a button, that is fine, but I will be using a picture box. So let's get to work. So I'm just gonna go here and search for picture box, just like that. Just drag and drop it right here, just move it like that. And I would like to leave the back color to be the default, but I'd like to set the mode to stretch, or zoom, sorry. I'm just gonna set the mode to zoom. This makes it much more interesting. So what I'm gonna do right here is just to add up the image. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go inside my Picon, and I'm not gonna install the update, but I'm just gonna go in for close, just say close. So let me just bring this here so that you can see what I'm really doing clearly, and I'll set the color to white, and you can see that it is not that much white. It is kind of gray color, so we're just gonna use that color. So I'm just gonna use the gray color, somehow gray, just like that. That looks perfect. So now I'm just gonna go through to see from the iOS section, and I'll just see the close sign. I'm just gonna use I think let's use I'm not going to use, let's use the Windows 10 instead. That looks perfect. So let's use this multiple sign, or the multiply sign. Basically, we can simply do this in a very easiest way. So I'm just going to go to my computer, or just redirect myself to the pictures, and I'm just going to create a new folder, and then I'm just going to say recorder images as a reference, and I'm just going to open that up. So this is going to be where I'm just going to save this. So I'm just going to drag and drop this, any of these guys. But before I do that, I'm just going to switch the sizes to the highest resolution, that is 96. If you want to go beyond 96, it is highly recommended to purchase this software, to purchase the lances of this software. That is actually going to give you the opportunity to select, larger sizes than this. So I'm just going to use 96 for this particular project. So I'm just going to drag and drop this here, and as you can see, there you go, I have it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose the image, and I'm going to import it, because when you want to use a reference when you want to use the image as a reference, you can use that when I upload a project to my GitHub. So there you go, I have this image. So I'm just going to place it right way up here. That looks excellent, and I'm just going to fit it up to be like this. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test out the background color from this to red. So this is how it's actually going to be when I just hover the mouse on it. This is what it's going to be, and I really love it. Right, guys? All right, so let's work with the next one. So I'm just going to undo that. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Let's just go back. Let's just undo that. Okay, that looks excellent. Let's just copy 3 times of this picture box. So I'm just gonna copy, bring it out here. So you just have to do this way. Perfect. Let's just paste 2 more times. Bring it down just a little. Perfect. Let's add 1 more. Perfect. Just like this. Let's just bring it up a little, just like this. And I really love this. So this is what we have done at the end of the day, and I really love to either add a panel, a button or anything. So I'm just going to use a button for now, just a normal button right way up here. And with this button, I'm just going to set the flat style to none, to flat. I'm just going to use a flat, and with a background image, the background color, I'm just going to go back to my JC color picker, just select this color, copy, and come here, then just gonna paste it right there. Perfect. So there you go. So I really have this right here, and on this particular fore color, I'm just going to use white, and I'm just going to set the text from button 1 to activate. Perfect. And also with a flat style, it is flat, but I would like to use the pop is perfect. Excellent. Now let's see how we can work within these icons and all that. So I'm just going to bring up my folder, just something like this, and I am just gonna drag and drop some images here. So I'm just gonna say minimize, just like that, and we have all sort of minimize. So I'm just gonna go in for all, so that I can literally see what I really want to use. So let's see what we have here. I'll just say okay, let's go in for the menu first. So with the menu, I'm just going to use this guy right here. So maybe later, I'm just going to log in later. So these are premium ones, so you're just going to search for the free ones, right? Okay, all right, so let's search for the free ones. So let's see from the down here. I think they have a lot of free versions as well. So I'm just going to search for the free ones, and then I will be right back. So I have fixed this, and I have really purchased for this, so you can do so. So I'm just going to search in for the the menu, and there you go. So I'm quickly going to set it for the 4, or I can even go in for 8, but I think the 4 is good. So I'm just going to drag and drop it right way here. That is for the menu, and I'm just going to set for the minimize. So let's go in for the so let's say underscore, let's use dash, right? Or we can easily use minus. I just want to use something way similar like minimize, but okay, let's use one of these. So I'm just gonna go here, just searching for any of these, and I think I prefer to use this guy, or this guy is actually not bad at all, but I think I will be using, let's use this guy. Just drag and drop it right way up here. And also I would like to add up the key, so I'm just gonna say key, and I will be using this key right here. So yes, this key is gonna be here, and I'm just gonna use the volume key, so I'm just gonna say volume, right? And the volume key, I just need a full volume, so I'm just gonna go through to see the volume. So there you go. I think this volume is actually not bad at all, so I'm just gonna use one of these, right? And as you can see from here, when you just click on this, you see it's just off, and just click on this, it is on. So there you go. It's just a button with these images, so that it actually gets to be enabled and disabled, right? So that is what you can see from here. So let's add the microphone, the mouse click, and then the webcam, right? So we're just gonna add all these features, don't really worry about that. So let's say record, and I'm just gonna use mic instead. So I'm just gonna say mic. So I'm just gonna use this guy, put this here, and as you can see from the mic, we have a mouse. So I'm just gonna say cursor. So I'm just gonna use, let's try to see if we can use any mouse related from here. So I'm just gonna use this guy, and then we have we have the webcam. So I'm just gonna say webcam, and there you go, have this webcam. I'm just gonna add it up right here. So basically these are the things I am gonna need for now. And so let's see what these full screen, the record audio, and then the gaming record. So let's see from here. I'm just gonna add a TV or anything like that, and this can be cool. I don't want to do a same copy thing, like using revealing all their secrets. I don't want to do that. I just want to protect their privacy. So I'm just gonna add the sound. So I'm just gonna say music. So I'm just gonna add this guy, and then the game. So I'm just gonna say game. That's gonna reveal the game part. So I can decide to use any of these, but let's see the game part. So which of them is quite, let's just use this guy. That looks quite interesting and really amazing. All right, so now let's get down to work. Let's see what we can do from here. So this is actually going to be the maximize, the minimize. So I'm just going to go in for the minimize guy, and there you go. So this is going to be the menu. This is going to be the menu. So I'm just going to go in for the menu, as you can see from there, and this is going to be the padlock. So I'm just going to go in for the key, So just like this, and I'm gonna select this as well. Yes, so that is it. Perfect, job done. So let's quickly, increase the font size, try to work along with the fonts here so that everything is gonna be cool. So I'm just gonna set it up to 60. Oh, come on, 16 is gonna be very way big. So let's set it up to 12. That looks perfect. So taking a good look at this software, you can see we have these guys here, we have the logo here, and we have this guy here. So I'm just going to go here and I'm just going to use my own. So I'm just going to say recorder, right? So I'm just going to go to any of them. I think I want to search for any icon, then I just quite use it. So I will be using this guy as my icon like this. So what I'm going to do is just come here and just drag and drop this guy here as my image. Then I'll go here and go to the ICO file. Make sure I have this enabled. Any of them can be cool. If you have the premium version, you can do that. So I'll just drag and drop this as an icon as well. I will be changing that later on, so don't actually worry about that. So what I'm going to do right here is just to add another picture box. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it one more time. Just bring it up here, just like that, and I will just choose an image from here. Then I'm just gonna select this. There you go, I have this nice image right here, and as you can see from their image, this is very small and they have the iTop screen recorder 3.0 here. So I'm just gonna switch out the sizes to 25,25. There you go, that looks perfect. So I am gonna add just a normal label, and I will just add up the label here. From the label, I'm just gonna set the font color to white. There you go. Then I just drag and drop it here. See, so we have the iTop recorder, and that is gonna be something like the gray color. So I'm just gonna select the color to be somehow little silver or gray or anything like that. That makes it much more interesting. So what I'm going to do is just go to the label. I'll say Ike Tech screen recorder. Then I'm just going to say 3.0, just like this, and I'm just going to set up the font size to bold, and I'm just going to use the 9. Let's use just want to use the 10 instead. So let's just go here, let's use 10. Let's just go in for the regular. I think 10 is quite good. Okay, so let's check this out. See, it's kind of bigger, just somehow little bigger. So let's make this 12. Perfect, that looks amazing. And also just have to copy and paste this one more time. Just put it just right after this, and let's just set this text to free, just like that. And we will set the color to green. So I'm just going to set it up to green, just like this, as you can see from here. So that is actually free. So I'm just going to set it up to full, in caps. So I'm just going to set the font size from 12 to 8 or 9. That is going to be perfect for this particular project. Excellent job done. Now we are good to go with this top bar, and I really love it. So now let's go in for these guys, and then we come in for this big record button. So what I'm gonna do for the record button is actually just go to google.com. Just want to do this from scratch for you guys to get to know what I'm really talking about. So I'm just gonna search in for record button PNG. Then I just go into the images and I search for any related image I think I really love. So I'll just go in there, just make sure I have a very clear and a very beautiful image I want to use. So let's just see, I saw one here. Let me just see from here. So I think this image is actually not bad, so I'm just gonna choose this image. When you just take a good look at this image, see it just have some kind of, should have some kind of rounded something like this in common. So just gonna check out related images similar to this, and as you can see, it has a text called a rec in there, so you can decide to use similar same thing as that, or you can decide not to use that at all, but I think I prefer to use any of them I want to use. All right, so in my case, I will prefer to pause the video and get the one I need, then I'll get back to you. Right, guys? Okay, guys, so we have done I have done a record button just right here, and this is going to be my record button, so I'm actually gonna add it up for it to looks quite amazing. So let's see the way forward for that. Yes, so I'm actually gonna add a picture box way up right here, very big one, and this is how it's actually gonna be. So very big one, and I'm just gonna load up the image just like that, just gonna import it, and I'm just gonna choose the rig just like this, and I'll just place it right here. Let's see how it's actually gonna be. So they just gave some patterns to this, so just gonna keep it just like this. That looks amazing. So let's just quickly take a good look at this guy, and it's kind of a panel with some with some buttons. I mean, all these are just buttons, like a custom buttons and all that. So what we're gonna do actually is just to set this section into a panel, so that it actually gonna work like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add up a panel, and with this panel I'm just gonna set it up way right here, and with this panel I'm just gonna expand it just a little like that. And yes, I have this here, and when you take a look at this panel, I'm just going to choose the color for this. But before I do that, I'm just going to copy this, paste it one more time, put it on top of this section, and that is actually going to be record video audio game, right? So I'm just going to say record video slash audio slash game, just like this. And I'm just gonna set the font size way down to maybe 10. All right, guys, perfect. And this is what I have done at the end of the day, and I'm just gonna set it to speaker, mic, mouse, and webcam, right? So this is gonna be speaker, and then this is gonna be mic, and I'm just gonna add one that's gonna be mouse or cursor. Let's use the mouse instead. And the last one here is actually going to be the webcam, just like this. So I have the webcam here, the mouse here, the mic here, and then I have the speaker here, right, guys? So there will be some sort of division right in there. So let's go back to the JC color picker, and of course we have two colors right here. I'm just going to use this color as the main base color for this panel, so I'm just going to paste this right here just like this, and I am going to add additional panel in here just like this, and I am gonna switch this just like this, and I'm gonna set the color for this to be the second color right here. So I'm just gonna copy that, and I'm just gonna paste this right in here. Perfect. So this is going to be my container on how the speaker is actually going to be and all that. But on our upcoming video, we're just going to make sure we add some we add up some buttons, and we add up some gradient panels and all that, right? So we're just gonna do that. So we're just gonna reposition this just a little, just like this, and I'm just gonna copy paste this one more time, then bring it up here, just copy and paste it one more time, bring it up here, that is going to be the mouse. So I'm just going to highlight these whole three, then position them somewhere like this, and yeah, let's just position these guys. All right, so let's just paste one of these, just put it here. Excellent. And this webcam is going to be here, mouse is actually going to be here, and then the mic is going to be here, and then the speaker also is actually going to be here, right guys? All right, so let's see what we have done at the end of the day. And all right, so what we're going to do from here is actually add up these icons. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it one more time, put it right here, and that is actually going to be the speaker right here. So I'm just going to import the speaker just like this, and there you go, I have the speaker. I'm just gonna copy that and paste it one more time here. Just gonna center it a little, just paste it right here, and then paste this one also here. That's for the webcam. So what I'm gonna do actually is just to change the images just like that from here. So I'm just gonna go in for the webcam just like this, and this is gonna be the mouse just like that. Perfect. And I'm just gonna go in for the mic, so that is gonna be for the record guy. So I'm just gonna go in for this guy, and we have the speaker. So when you take a good look at this guy, we have the on, which of course it turns to off and on and all that, right? All right, so let's do that. We just have to add just one text right here. Just copy paste this guy, put it right here, and I'm just gonna set it up to on just like that, and I'm just gonna put it right way up down here. Just gonna copy and paste it right there. Perfect. Just paste it right there and paste it right there. Perfect. So this is what we've done so far, and I believe it's a very interesting system we are developing. And now on our next video, we're just going to do a lot on this. We're just going to see how we can add a lot of functionalities, how we can add a lot of effects and all that to this particular project. I'd like to rest here. On our next video, we're just gonna see how this whole thing is gonna be one time big massive, and this is what we have achieved at the end of the day. My name still remains iTop Original, and this is the iTech screen recorder version 3.0, which we are developing from the iTop screen recorder. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you won't be missing any upcoming episode, and also I will be leaving the link to the GitHub source, the source to the GitHub repository in the link in the description. So if you don't want to miss any upcoming episode, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me for more. Until then, have a nice day, and iTop Original is out.